Suhakake wa daylight has broken upon us again. It's good to see all of you, the ones that I can see. Kachikachuhan, Shtuka Khatiti, Yata Tunach, Zoom Tunach ya Wujkanachutu Daat, Yake. So, these just came back, the other day from Ethel Services, and those who were able to see it, I believe they live streamed it, were able to see a little bit, and it was nice to gather again with people and see people and really do things how we're supposed to for her. She did so much for us, and the family and everyone agreed that it's we have to do it right for her, and so that's what everyone saw. But like again, it was a lot. It was a lot to still take in. But it was good that my laptop's not charging. There we go. Okay. But yeah. Sorry, it took a little bit longer. I was also looking for start off with the YouTube. Like I said, I wanted people to hear the elders using the language and hear the cadence and how our people spoke. So that's the purpose of it, and to just kind of get us in the setting of where we're going to be talking Tlingit, learning about it, and best way I believe to learn the language is through the culture. That's how we learn things. We learn about the culture, everything, the language, the culture. It's all tied together. They're all one and the same. You can't have one without the other. As soon as we start trying to translate things from English, we start to lose the way we talk, and then it becomes Klingish. And we want to keep our own way of thinking, our own way of coming up with words, how to describe things. So our elders did that, and so these are. That's why I listen to them a lot too, is so we can stay connected with them. Like I said, one of the other classes that AP Johnson said that when they listened to a recording, he said it's as if we heard it from his very mouth. And so that's the way I look at these YouTube videos. We're listening to them. We're hearing their voices. We're seeing them speak it. And they do a lot of cultural stuff, and that's what it was. Like I said, it's all one and the same. We need both to really learn, and it'll show us how our ancestors thought, their thought processes, and how they viewed the world. And so that's why I believe it's the best way to learn. It's easy to learn nouns. Nouns come easy: chair, table. When we learn stuff like that in English, that's why I think we have a hard time learning or teaching Tlingit through a Western system. It makes it hard, or a Western viewpoint where it's you learn nouns and then you go on to something else. When Tlingit is verb based, English is more noun based. So that's my thinking on it. And so I'll go ahead and share that. This one is of Eli Hanlon Sr. And he's doing a transfer from when he can everyone still hear me?
Oh,
Okay. He's doing a transfer or letting the people know who's going to succeed him.
Green, the volume is really low. Maybe if you turned up your own computer, that could help. Or maybe is it just my issue? So yeah, Tasha's saying the volume's also really low. Or if you reshare and click the selection that says optimized computer sound, it might make it louder. Goodness sheesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time is giving his nephew the hat you see here before and the blanket. The transfer is being made. And this is from uncle to nephew.
Ashish, I'm a lot chairman of Sea Alaska Corporation. Ashish Judson Brown, chairman of the Heritage Foundation. Ashish David Katzik, president of the Heritage Foundation. Hatsuhati Ike, Kasatakan of the country itself, Kayaku, Jeff Cock, Kadatuki, Kitaka, Security, Sakuhak to shot, Ayudat Cock, Yahati, Ikatri, Itachapa, David Katz, Konachis, Akatka City, after Sanikran City, I City, East Afro, Yudat, Tashan Tedek Pakut, Sakatu Han, after Craig. I took two cities, sir. I thought she take us to see in. She was not see how to see you. I took the course, it was a cheese at the corner page. Yeah, I told the answer. Kaya or not. And that think it on at the planet. Yes, Masukaya City. Get through speed. Gina Hayat called the If yeah, I then a good Agaya Tu's carnage. Tuchi was on the episode the actually. Yeah, yeah, two song. Yeah, actually. Actually, that is a shit to answer. Take a day, the paid the Katanaka, young trainer, sharp a how, net Kosana. Takes the nigger, toss the nigger, the day, the coyon. Kaya horse to a satine, I could, if the snake. Kaya. Aspane is ya kaya ke hafsa, kaya you pishka, the kayana heard that shoot that thing. A joa case to see, yeah, Aspane. That koha, yeah, all time, yes, you do a song, yes, to see what it's in. Okay, so I see you now, okay. Ja, aftak beschikbaar. Ja, als het goed. Super idee dat je staat. Is als ik nog toe heb. Zo kan nog toe heb. Zo kan ik zeggen. Maar ja, zo is het zie. Oké, zo zie je in de code. Zo aftak beschikbaar. ya ya Spanish shot the honey. Ya kaya. So pay off sa ya. Kasa the honey ida tukar. So pay off sa ida sinta shot. Ya kaya ya kaya. Kanet besane. Sinta shot. Which is hunting. Which out that netting. Yeah, Gospel. You see, yeah, Heritage Foundation. There are planning committees to on the country which is hunting that the society of loss of people to all the trees. Yeah, Papa.
I'd like to elaborate on Mr. Hanlon's comments. The transfer is made of the hat and the blanket. And he would like to thank Mr. Katsik, President of Sea Alaska Heritage Foundation, Mr. Byron Ballard, Chairman of the Board of Sea Alaska, and Judson Brown, the President of, Chairman on the board, Sea Alaska Heritage Foundation. He put forth this hat and the blanket in his greatest respect, knowing that you people are all gathered here. He also feels very humble. He thanks every one of you attending this great gathering. That is Mr. Hanlon's remarks.
Gonna teach how to chance of check but he yai other how to eat haya ya at kakati hatan to ska a kawas the tani ye would here ishan hat a kasit of egg whiskey ye clear kaya يختوي أقاقنا يختي وقاختين خواقا هستو إقاق خواقا أقاتا تويك أخواتان إودوا إيق إيسيسكو هشتك كريستيا فوق خلقتوز جوا أقاتي كاوقا جسكات قوي هستو تيوات جسكات فوت تيا خلقتوز ada kowe tu ane tukyo kuwatin akaya tu kik kaya rida kasta kujikit tewona iti ke kuhtahane akaji kawa kaya kawakan kuan iti se aktaka akhik John Francis akho atusiko aktaki akaji kawa kaya wanu tu jinne iya itat أخشت خيتة سكين مسيس جاني جانسون إتدكو أنك سوءات أي خاطية أدخل وستك أخذ وصالة جيس كنا تشيش يا كاوقات خدسو خكيكا وهاي جيكو كالك خفنيكي هستو إيكي أي توني أي أختا خيخيك أي خي أسجيوان يا كاوكاني إيكي has our tiata eno to jineta ke atashi ke khayati to tashi khayatu pik yakita ta kuchikiti ata to ashuatan te so ta konayo kito ikishi ya ita ta take aka kashe a hatsani da shekayas
In the olden times, the dancers never sang themselves. It's the in-laws of the dancers who used to do all the singing and drumming for them. So we are trying to copy that. That's why you see us singing over here. We're just trying to imitate what was done long time ago.
Hope everyone is able to hear that. Um, there was a lot that was said. Eli Hanlon, he was talking about a story, and he was relaying that that's how he was feeling, and he was addressing everyone like Jeff David had said. But he made the transfer, or not the transfer, but he also said it in there that I'm not stepping behind him yet. If I remember correctly, he said I'm not going to be stepping back. I'm just letting people. He was letting people know that who his successor was going to be. It was Dekit Latin was his Lingit name, and I don't remember who the other one was. I think there was two he mentioned, and then Amy Marvin was she got up and spoke as well, and she wanted to thank everyone because she was invited as well, so she had to convey her feelings as well. So that's why she got up and spoke, and then she said there was two songs that went with the hat that she was using to convey things. So that's what Amy was doing, and then she went ahead and sang one of them. That's one of the cry songs that Chukanedi used. And then that's why she asked them to. She said choirs calling out. That's what they called the women. The women were called Kakosi Shawu. Uh, the when they couldn't dance anymore, our elders, they still feel the songs when we start singing and dancing. You can see it in all the old videos. They start to feel the music, start to feel that. So our people would use them to for singing. That's where the women would sing, and they were called Kakosi Shawu, the women at the feet of the men or the dancers. And so that's what those women were called, and so she referred to them as that. And um, Catherine Mills explained too a little bit that uh, when the singing and dancing went on, it was the in-laws that were the ones that sang for them, and they were usually male drummers. I know nowadays we see the women doing it, and a lot of these things where you look at the old pictures, it was the men who were holding the drums. Um, they were the ones in charge of, well, not in charge, but they were song keepers. And those the dance staffs that you see were called Shitsati Wutsaka. Song leaders staff is kind of what it translates to. Shitsati means the keeper, the one that knows the songs. Shitsati. That's the name of the one who's song calling. They're the ones that know the songs. And I remember my auntie Nora explaining it. She said it's to keep us right, is how she said it. So we stay on the right song, or we sing the song as it's supposed to be done. Because when we sing these songs, it's they're sacred. It's to us it was a big thing if you messed up, and so that's why the men were the head of it. Was if anything happened, the man would be the one to um, take the punishment if there was any. So, and then oops, I forgot. Wutsaka, wutsaka. And so if you see that H, it means it's underlined. I can't download the keyboard on this laptop for whatever reason. It won't let me. But that G means means it's underlined. Wutsaka. And that can also mean a cane. And I heard it shortened by different speakers to just saying tsaka, tsaka, tsaka. One of my grandmothers that I call Grandma Margaret Martin, she always says gusuch tsaka, where's my cane? So it's another way of saying it. The long way, is wu tsaka. I think it can also be a song leader or like a speaking staff. It can also mean that. So sometimes you hear the elders when they make speeches, they'll say "Kwalksha maybe it's going to be as if my words are going to be a cane for you. And because when people are hurting, uh, they feel like they can't stand. And so that's what we try to, that's how we use our words, how we use our language, how we lift one another up. That's what they're saying is may your father's people, or if you're talking to the children of your clan, or grandchildren, maybe as if your grandfather is going to be here holding you up, using his words, or our words are going to be as like a cane to you, help you stand. And even just seeing somebody, sometimes when we're hurting, just seeing somebody that we haven't in a long time gives us strength. When you feel at your lowest, or you're hurting, but one person comes in that would always comfort you. Sometimes it was our father, sometimes it was our grandparents, grandmother, grandfather. That's how we liken our words. When I was speaking to Ethel's children, that's how I relayed my feelings. I said, "Chuaya yihlil qatlat kudzaish hastrweka giyahya udihuniyai that yuechta tuati." It's as if your grandfather qatlat, your grandfather kudzaish. It's as if they're showing their very faces for you right now, is how I'm feeling, is what I said, because of the loss of their mother. So I wanted to know that their grandfather was there, their great grandfather was there, their father. That's how when I'm making a speech, that's how I'm relaying my feelings. It's always a relationship. These are like what one of my uncles said. He said, we're a kinship nation. We're all related somehow. Sometimes it's not by blood, but it's by clan. And that's what makes our people so beautiful, is how we always hold each other up. We're always there to help one another. So those are some of the things. And then another one, he said, "Ikudathli sakwaya." So kudath means it's something that's heavy, something that has weight to it. And if you literally translate it, it doesn't sound right. Um, this is going to be your weight, is what it kind of translates to. But like I said, our language is so um, visual that this one, and to me, and this phrase means it's going to be your responsibility. So when you're a clan leader, um, there's that sometimes you feel the weight or the burden of the people, to help. And so that, to me, that's what it's referencing. Now your responsibility to show the people what to do, what we need to help with. And that's to me, that's what it's saying. But like I said, kudath means something heavy, like I have to switch it. Yetel kanach yetel way way couch. That couch is really heavy. You know, das at the end of this one means something heavy. Yetel, heavy. Kudas, ikudas de sakwaya. It's going to be your responsibility. So he was encouraging his nephew too, also there. That's what he was doing. Any questions about that? What was going on at all? So he Eli also, I'll have to find it again later. I think I have it, but I got to double check what he was saying. He came up at the second performance and explained even more, but I think he spoke in a little more English, explaining. So those are different ways. Like I said, our people had different parables for transferring or letting people know who was going to be the successor. This is the way Eli Hamlin Sr. did it. Austin Hammond did it in 1988 or 86 with my dad, Paul Jackson, Uncle Johnny Marks. Those three were named successors in Austin's that he made public. And then when they did, there were several speakers that came up and addressed it. One of them was Eva Davis. The other was Amy Martin and Gilbert Mills. Those three were the ones that came up and addressed and confirmed it. So like I said, there was different ways of doing it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Any questions so far?
So we are using it.
I'll have to show it next time. I have to look for it again later. But any questions at all? Before we get ready to go, I got another class to teach. I got to go pick up a car from the oil change. If not, Nishish, got you on. It's good to see all of you.
Too.
All right. See you, Constantine.
It's Agan.
See you, Agan.